birthday.
Happy birthday.
Well, we're old.
We're old?
Happy birthday.
We're only a year.
We're old.
Walking, maybe?
Yeah, we're walking. We
bit.
can talk a little bit.
I don't know enough about babies. Y'all just keep going. Throw some stuff at me.
We're definitely sleeping through the night, right? Like,
We've got hair. We have hair for sure.
yeah, at least a little bit.
Attitude probably starting to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to get there. Personality. We're starting to have a personality.
I was gonna say, and that's pretty exciting.
It is.
I'm glad.
Renee loves babies.
I'm glad we have a personality. I think that's important. That's important for a podcast.
I think so too.
Are we starting like the official episode, or is this still patron stuff?
I thought it was. I don't know. It's editor will decide.
I thought we had started. When we said, what are we doing here, guys? I figured that was the start.
I just wanted to make sure.
Sup?
Okay, wait. Oh. Here's the next question.
Okay.
Who has the pickle jar? Laura's got
I heard
the pickle
things
jar.
in it. There was wrestling.
I got that pickle jar.
Who got the pickles from
it
the
you?
pickle jar?
It's actually Sam.
No.
But
Well.
I assume she doesn't have those pickles anymore. Sam, don't
Are
eat
they
those pickles.
still in your fridge? It's
6
been
months.
6.
Did we do that in August?
7
It's
months?
When did we do that?
We did it in June and we recorded it in May.
Let's not talk about the contents of my refrigerator. I don't have a gallbladder anymore.
What? That's no.
Neither do I. What does that have to do with anything?
That doesn't work like that.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Who's going first? Like, what order are we doing this in? Are we doing initiative order again, or?
Oh, we need a new initiative order.
We do.
Well, no.
Okay.
We just cut off a quarter of it. You can leave it the same.
Because I was still after you. I know I'm last.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Oh, I was going to say it's in
alphabetical order?
I was going to do reverse alphabetical order.
No.
I thought we were already in reverse alphabetical order, but I thought it was S, R, not
Stay
R,
in
S.
school, or you'll end up on a podcast.
Stay in school, kids.
We don't have
Singing
the
the
rights.
alphabet. Yes, we do. It's public.
Okay, yes.
Let's do
ask the
regular initiative
question.
order. I'll draw and
Wait,
So it's Renee, Laura,
Yeah,
Sam?
so I'm gonna read the question, and Renee, you're gonna answer it, and then we'll all answer.
yeah, it'll go Renee, Laura, Sam, and then next question will go Laura, Sam, Renee, and then Sam, Renee, Laura.
Oh my gosh, we're doing order for all of them?
Do you have the doc in front of you?
Okay, I'm reading first.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
I do have the doc in front of me, but I need a
I know
number.
I'm scared.
Give me
Okay.
a number, y'all.
3.
3. Okay.
Apropos.
What does the future look like? Bright, my friends. It looks so bright and sparkly and friendship and magic. I feel like I'm the least equipped person to start this because I know where the story goes from here, but I can't say it.
Sounds most equipped to me if you would just speak.
And give you all my secrets? Think again.
It's my birthday.
My first birthday.
It's my birthday too.
It's my birthday. I'll have secrets if I want to.
I think that the future looks really positive. This is a really interesting question to start with, and I'm very excited about where the story goes from here. So definitely things are different than we thought they would be at this time this year, and we are one Fablemaiden down, but that is not going to change the podcast we have planned. That's not going to change the story that we have for you all. Okay, wait, it is going to change the story. I'm changing the story, but we have a great story with Winnie and Twiddle that we're going to be focusing on in the future, and I'm excited about it. It really ties into the greater narrative, and I think that, yes, the narrative is going to look different, and yes, it's going to be some hard writing changes on my end, but at the same time, it's still the same story. I just have to tie it together a little bit differently than I did before, and I'm very much looking forward to all of you joining us on that adventure and that journey.
Yep. I think, honestly, I'm very excited for what's coming up. if anything, this past year has, well, that's a different question, I'm sure, but I feel like even with losing Becca now, I feel like we're still moving forward. We're still gaining momentum. We're finding our new groove, I guess. And that's kind of exciting, honestly. I still love doing this. I still love the people that I'm partnered with. And I'm excited to keep Fade FM going strong, but I'm also excited for other adventures we have in store. There's a lot of things that we've been talking about and that have been in the works for a while now that I think we're going to start moving forward on soon.
I agree with that sentimentality. There's something that we've been waiting to announce for a while. We're still holding back on that, and I'm really excited about that. And I think the future holds more cons for us, because I think we've all got the con bug, unless the government shuts down, then I don't get to go anywhere.
Oh.
Hashtag Seattle.
Aww. Too soon.
Hashtag
But-
PodCon 2.
I know we're all excited. We're excited for the people that we get to work with in the future. We're excited for the friendships that we've made that are only getting stronger and the other opportunities we get to have. And we're excited that we get to meet more of you. So some of you might be hearing this. Well, you'll be hearing it in the future anyway, because we're not releasing it live. But some of you we don't even know about yet. And we want you to come find us. We're on Twitter. We're active. And we're there. Hi.
And I do want to say, like, we're going to miss Becca. We were really, really glad that she joined us for this adventure so far. And Merryweather was a great character with a lot of life and a lot of joy. And Becca poured a lot of work and creativity into her during this entire process. And so, yeah, we're absolutely going to miss her. We don't want to overlook that or, like, pass by that too much. But it's something that, though we're sad about, we're very excited about the future ahead. Gosh, my dog.
And this is the part of the podcast where we get to talk about Renee.
Renee has blue hair now. It's very cute.
It's very cute. Renee's hair.
Oh, she's back.
Oh, hi. What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Next
My dog
question.
went out, and then she turned around and came back in to the room.
She's smart.
She's a dog.
Next question. And this is Laura's question.
2. Let's see what 2 has in store for us. Okay, this is another tough one to start with.
Sorry.
Based on what you know now, what would you do differently?
Gosh, we're getting all the serious ones out of the way first.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
jeez.
I'm playing Fate in this episode.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Thanks for typing up these questions for us.
Laura, thanks for drawing them.
Yeah.
We're all at fault here.
We are, except for apparently Renee. She does no wrong here. What would I do differently now? That's really hard to say. I feel like a lot of what I would have done differently just is knowledge that comes with experience that I just don't think I could have known, even if I was told. Because I'm pretty sure I was told some of the things I would have done differently, how to do them correctly, but I didn't do them because I didn't understand their importance. I guess that's my answer, is what I would do differently based on what I know now is I would just listen more to the people who told me what was up. And I listened to a lot of advice, and I would have listened and followed through with more of it because I've been blessed with some very wise people that I should take more advantage of.
I think like one thing that I would do differently is, it sounds weird, but become more active on Twitter earlier than I ended up doing. Kind of following Renee's lead is when I realized that there were things that going on there. And I wish I could have started the relationships I have now sooner so that they could be there for me in times whenever I needed them. Because I just feel like the community that we're part of online and just across podcasts is so supportive and so loving. And they have such a wealth of knowledge. I think there were times that like they could have helped us. But I think we're also really grateful because now we've become those people. And so word to you people, reach out. We'll help you. We love to help.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm very bad at checking my Twitter messages, so word to the wise. I'm very bad at checking all variety of messaging. I'm working on getting better at that. Speaking of things that I would do differently, how about live shows? How about DMing? I think what it really boils down to is, yes, there's a lot of learned experience that we've gained over this past year, but it's also, I would have started with more confidence. We were so nervous starting this podcast. We were like shaking in our boots, kind of nervous. And we sat down at the beginning after recording our first episode and wondered if this was something we should be doing at all. And I think by now, a year later, we know that the answer is yes. Absolutely, we should be doing this. We have seen so much love and so much support, and we've seen people connect with our characters and all of these things that are just so, so valuable. And we're glad that we can provide and have this community that's been built around something we created that's so humbling, and it's a huge blessing to us. And if I had known that, which I couldn't have, but I would have been more confident. And I think the best comparison is in this last episode that we recorded, the one where we saw Meriwether's last scenes, which y'all will hear soon. I had an NPC that was plot relevant and had a conversation with so much more confidence than the NPC conversations I had in the first 2 arcs of this podcast through Temple of Rooms. So I've seen a lot of personal growth, but it really comes down to I was scared and I wish I'd been less scared. And I know it was scary, but I'm so blessed to go forward with much less fear and much less uncertainty because of the love and support and encouragement that we've seen.
Next question.
5.
Oh, gosh. How many cons have you been to in the last year?
Ooh.
This was the perfect question for you,
so
Samantha.
It would have been 3. I'm so upset. I went to Lubbock Con and... Wait, did I go to Hub City Con?
You did go
Yeah,
to
you
City
did.
Con.
Okay, I have been to 4 cons. I went to Lubbock Con first. That was right after we started.
Yeah.
Then we went to Anime Fest in Dallas, and we also paid a visit during Hub City Con. I would have been to 4, I should say, because I wasn't able to fly out to Seattle because I was flying from Lubbock, and they shut down the terminals. So
Stinky.
yeah.
Bubba. Okay. So I saw Laura doing a counting thing on her fingers, and I thought that was a great idea. So I've been trying to count on mine, and I think it's 8. And I think that might change by the time this episode is released, because I might be going to a little mini one at a high school this weekend, which would be so much fun.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, isn't it? I think that's so awesome. Like, the high schools are having Comic Cons, and so I might be able to go hang out with some teenagers.
You look like one, so it's okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be good because there's a lot of creators there talking about their things, and I love seeing that. I love being around that and costumes and cosplay, things like that. So I'll go over them pretty quickly. I think the biggest ones, because I was fortunate enough to go to Gen Con in August, and that was an absolutely incredible experience. I was talked into it, or encouraged into it, by my friends Celeste Conowitch and Rich Howard, and I'm so glad that they encouraged me to go, because I had probably the most amazing 5 days of my life at Gen Con. Not of my life. Sorry. It was a great time. I've had some great moments in my life. We started this podcast last year, and that was a really great moment in my life. And Gen Con was up there with that, maybe second place to that of 2018, with PAX Unplugged as third. I also, because I went to Gen Con, went to PAX Unplugged in Philadelphia in November, and that was also a great experience. It was awesome to touch base with the gamers and podcasters that I'd met online and just hang out with them, grab lunch with them, talk about some of the things that we have a mutual love for. It was incredible. I've never been at a point in my life where I've met internet friends before until now, and it was a very special experience. Gen Con 2019.
For me this year, I've been to 5, I think. Lubbock Con, Hub City Con, PodCon, an Austin Con. Anime Fest, thank you. So 5 cons, which is 5 more cons than I'd ever been to in my life.
I had been to Lubbock Con before, but it's definitely, I have been to cons unlike any con I'd been to before. One of the things I forgot to mention about Anime Fest was our first live show, and that was really spectacular because
people came. That was surprising.
People came.
That was crazy.
That was one of the best parts about it, right? Like, we have another one coming up at LubbockCon 2019, which we're really looking forward to. I haven't told them any aspects of the story. It's going to be a surprise. But we learned so much. We had to, get up on stage. We had elements of a costume. We had an audience who was answering questions and engaging and interacting and laughing at us occasionally. With us. They were laughing with us. And it was just a huge moment for us where we did kind of realize, yeah, we're doing this. And so thank you for everyone who supported us with that live show, whether you could be there or not. We'll see what happens in future conventions as well.
And that is the episode that dropped yesterday for those curious.
That means Laura finished editing it in time.
You're welcome.
Yay, Laura!
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yep.
And Laura edited it.
I did. That's past tense.
Laura, you drew the number 8, which was very great, but it is not a number on our current sheet.
I know.
It's a surprise question.
It's a trick question?
No, these are left over from our second live show.
8 questions.
Where we had 8 questions.
Where we had 8 questions.
Wait, but here's my question. What question do I answer?
Oh.
6.
6. What do I love about the Fablemate community? Y'all, I love the Fablemate community so much. I don't have enough words to express how incredible it's been to connect with y'all in the past year on social media and see activity in our Discord. But I think that I really have to shout out the community because one of the most precious and beautifully overwhelming moments was when the community actually picked the name for themselves.
Yeah.
And picked the Fablemates because we didn't know what our audience would be called, and I think we didn't want to name them, right?
Or presume we had an audience.
Or presume we had an audience to make believe that we were doing something people wanted to listen to. So when our Discord community decided on the name the Fablemates for themselves, it brought tears to my eyes, legitimately, and it probably always will. I might be tearing up right now a little bit. This community is amazing, and we want to foster that same love and support and encouragement that we've seen in our community already as we continue to make this podcast and hopefully bring some joy to your ears.
Yeah, there's so much to love about the Fablemate community. There have been so many times in this last year where I'll be doing dishes or walking my dog or doing something completely unrelated to the podcast, and it just hits me that we have this incredible community. It's just almost unbelievable to me. I remember when we got our first fan art from somebody that we didn't know. That was incredible to know that the creative content that we were producing and putting out into the world was having an impact on somebody else somewhere else in the world. To know that I get to know them too, and they're so great, is incredible. And it's a community filled of so many talented individuals and just filled with people who have so much that they give back to this world. Honestly, I feel like I am a better person because of the Fablemate community. And that's probably my favorite part, is that we, even from across the world, we are growing together and contributing good into this world. And I'm so excited to keep that going.
I think what I love most about the Fablemate community is we actually reached a target audience that not many people get to reach, and that is our little Fablemates. We've had so many people contact us and say, hey, my 7-year-old daughter, we listen to it in the car, or we have people say, hey, this is the only podcast I'll let my kids listen to, because they know that they can trust us. And we also are engaging, not just so much that we just produce content that's kid-friendly, but it's also kid-enjoyed. And it's also enjoyed by older people as well. And so I think that's what really touches me, is just knowing that we're reaching across generations. We're just 3 women in our 20s.
Y'all, we can't express how much you've meant to us this past year. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for engaging with us on social media. And thank you so much for your support.
That sounded like you were signing off.
I'm just,
and peace
I
out.
want to be sincere.
Question number 7. Oh, that's on me.
That is on you.
Okay. Number 7. What hashtag would you use to describe the last year? Bumskis.
Shoot.
Nope, let me be clear.
Bumski.
That is not the hashtag I would use. It is what I'm saying because I don't know which one I would use.
Hashtag bumskis, y'all.
Why am I picturing like a donut? Like I want like like a frosted bun or something, like an iced bun. Like
Bunskis.
I think I would say friendship, which I feel like is super corny, but hear me out. This all started from the friendship of the 4 of us, and it grew out to the friendship of the Fablemates, and then from there it grew out to the friendships I've made on the Greyhawk channel and all the people that we've met at cons, and I just feel like there's nowhere in the world now that I don't have a friend.
I love that.
That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
I think for me, I would do hashtag dive in or hashtag like
Ooh.
head first, because I feel like I've experienced so many things because of this podcast that I had wanted to experience and never had before. Going to cons, being on my first stream for Nerd Immersion, being interviewed on other podcasts, participating in other podcasts as NPCs, actually using my Twitter. And I really think that like I've had to come out of my comfort shell, and I know sometimes Laura and Renee and Becca have like fought me because I'm very much, no, these are my boundaries. And so there's been times
With swords.
with swords, very much.
Yes.
I
And
lay it out.
shields.
And
We're
a
not
bear
monsters.
trap. Come on now.
Bear trap. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you, Padme's lover.
but normally they can, if they can just show me, then I've got to experience some amazing things. Did you say Padme's lover? Did you just?
Isn't that who sent us the bear trap?
Yes.
Yes.
No Fablemaidens were harmed in the opening of that gift.
But dang, was it close. Don't play with bear traps at home, kids.
Especially that adult supervision.
Yeah.
Apparently is what we are.
Oh.
Also, Laura and I were talking about the very real possibility of opening a P.O. box and getting just like a ton of bear traps from the Fablemate community and like enough to decorate our office ceiling.
I'd be
Yeah.
worried that the government would get
Bear
involved.
traps.
Like, why are you getting?
Why are you getting so many bear traps?
Where? Ooh, that's hard to
That is hard
explain.
to explain.
Well, you see, we have a
First
podcast.
of all, do you know what a podcast is?
Do you want to start on episode 1 or episode 9?
Episode 3 is where the bear trap comes in. So if you're just looking for a quick answer,
But episode 9 is fish tacos, and we highly recommend that as a starting point.
If you're coming
for
to
our
us
show.
on the day of our birthday and are listening, but have never listened to an episode, fish tacos, the first.
Spoiler alert, there's a bear trap.
And we're in it.
Other spoiler alert, we are the podcasters. Holly, you are not a podcaster. I don't know what she wants. Come here. Come here. Dad is in the other room. He can let you out. Hold on, I'm going to put her in my lap.
okay.
Okay, come here. Wow, it is stinky. Did you fart?
I will not be including that. My dog is barking now, too.
My rabbit is not barking. She's being very quiet. And probably loathing me at the moment and plotting her revenge.
Okay, so I don't want to interrupt. Laura, is that your hashtag? No, wait, Sam, that's your hashtag.
my hashtag.
I think my hashtag is create, don't wait.
Cute.
Thanks. I thought about it really hard while you were giving your answers.
So she wasn't listening.
Perks of going last.
True.
And being a social media manager. So I think the reason why, just too, is because I mentioned earlier being really low on that self-confidence and being able to see what's happened now. I definitely encourage others to start creating, because the longer you wait, the easier it is to fall into that lack of self-confidence and the imposter syndrome, which I know I've talked about experiencing before, and I think we've all experienced at some point or another. And really just, you can do great things. You really genuinely can. And I'm so happy with this beautiful podcast that we've created over this past year. I think the story is beautiful. I think it's valuable. And I am such a big fan of these women that I've created the show with, because we started something. we created, and I'm glad. I think that it's really easy to fall into those doubts, and I want to encourage people to create, don't wait, because it's been a blessing for us.
I like it. My question, right?
Okay, question 4.
How have you branched out as individuals? Oh gosh, I think it's fair that I go first on this one because I have not the least to say, but different thinking. I think I've branched out because I feel like I've taken a leap of faith to something that was way more than I expected to. I was just really looking forward to having another game of D&D to play, and it is so much more than that. But outside the podcast, but also keeping with that theme, I have become a DM since starting this podcast. I have DM'd a podcast episode. I have started my own D&D campaign. No, it's not streaming. It's just for friends. And I think that has allowed me to understand that I do know what I'm doing. And it's just produced a new level of confidence.
I started streaming, and I think that was probably one of the biggest things about my branching out. And, okay, there are 2 things, actually.
You better say the big one.
Yeah, I'm going to say the big one next. Okay. I'm going to start with streaming, though, because I did that first. And that really did help connect me, like Laura said earlier, to just a ton of friends all over the world. And that's a huge blessing. I stream 3 nights most weeks and love it so much. That's where I'm at right now, at least. And really, I have played games with so many people that I never would have gamed with before. And there's something very, like, powerful and vulnerable, I think, about role-playing with someone. And it's been very powerful to game with all of these people and forge those connections with them through the adventures and the dragons we've slayed and the mountains we've climbed and the journeys we've gone on. The big one, though, is that I did move to freelance this year, and that has also been a huge step. Once I started kind of creating something, I realized that I needed space in my life to create, but also, make money, because that's the kind of world we live in. Which is fine, right? Like, I love the job that I'm doing. I'm writing, I'm doing social media management, and I do editing. I freaking love commas so much, and I love the work that I'm doing. I'm very glad that I can make it work with podcasting.
I really thought you meant podcast editing, and I was like, excuse me? Don't tell Laura. I know, then you fixed it, but I was like, what?
I mean, I'm determined to learn how to edit a podcast, too.
That's a goal.
That's
Good
a goal. Speaking of what does the future look like, that is a goal. But right now, I definitely mean, like, the grammatical kind.
How have I branched out as an individual since starting this? Within this, yeah, that's true. Within starting this, I moved into a developer position, like a computer programmer, which is something that I'd been wanting to do for a few years now. And something I never actually thought I would do. So that has been really exciting. And it's been really great to get to use that with our podcast as well. I've learned a lot of tech stuff this past year. I learned editing.
Whoop, whoop.
And so that was new. I think most of my branching out has just mostly been in growth. Like, I feel like I've grown a lot in the skills that I have and just in knowledge of myself. And so that's been really exciting.
I think we should still do question 1 because I think it'd be not silly, but a little silly to end on.
Yes.
Oh,
I do like it.
Also, we did number them, and I realized that people were going to know if we didn't do it.
Yeah. For all them sleuths out there, I'd be like, hold up.
Maybe they win a prize.
Where's number 1?
Maybe they win a prize.
How you going to skip 1? It's your first
8, but
birthday.
You didn't have number 1. You had number 8, and there were only 7 questions.
You know what's...
But you didn't have a 1.
You know what's funnier than number 1? Number 2.
What?
Like from SpongeBob.
Oh.
You know what's funnier than 24? Or it's 23, right?
24!
Okay, but seriously, number 1.
Number 1.
Yes.
It's my turn.
Actually, it should be all our turns. Let's all read it at the same time.
Let's do it.
It's going to be an editing
Have
nightmare,
fun,
but
Laura.
as long as
Yes.
you're sure.
Ready?
Thank you.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. How many new sets of dice have you purchased since beginning the podcast? Nope. I'm not going to do
one more time.
Do you think we can do better?
Let's try one more time.
Say it like a normal human being this time.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1.
How many sets of dice have you purchased since beginning the podcast? Okay,
Yep.
Sam talks too slow for this.
No, you guys are
like,
like
there's the internet.
yeah, I think it's that because I'm trying to read with like Renee was way ahead. I thought I was reading with you, Laura.
I skipped the number new. Sorry, word new.
New. The number new.
Laura skipped the number 1 and the number
and the number new.
Let's have somebody read it just by themselves.
Go Renee.
Sure. How many new sets of dice have you purchased since beginning this podcast?
Renee answers last.
Okay.
Sam answers first.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. I want to say it's at least 15. Probably more than. It might be 17. And I've got 2 sets on the way that are not here yet. So, they sad.
I answer last.
Yeah, I know. No, you answer last.
1.
Was that a hearty one?
Laura also doesn't have a PHB yet.
I don't. Oh, that's what we should have done. We should have done like a fun random fact about ourselves.
We still can.
We still can. We're still recording.
Okay, well, mine is. Okay, we'll come back. Mine. Spoilers on mine.
Oh my gosh.
Just one. That's all Laura has. I'm going to go ahead and answer now because mine's the worst, probably.
Do you
I
actually
think
know the number?
Started with 9.
Okay. Oh, so you do. I don't know how many I have currently. I've lost count.
Oh, I know how many I have, but I couldn't track how many I bought. I think I started with 9. No. Well, you can listen to the introduction episode because I'm pretty sure I say it
You do.
in there, actually.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not 9, but it was something lower than it's at now, and it is currently at 46 by last count.
My
Sets
oh my.
of dice.
My.
Sets of 7.
So if you wouldn't mind
Dice.
subscribing to our Patreon so that we can go and seek professional help, that'd be most
great.
appreciated.
For my dice addiction, thank you, yes.
Yes.
Not to fuel
It's
it.
a work expense.
No, not to fuel it. Nope, to curb it a little bit.
No?
No.
Oh.
I don't think you're going to need 46 D20s at once.
I'm a freelancer.
What?
Okay, Chipper. What does that have to do with anything?
I'm trying to justify what
I'm an Enneagram 1.
What you're spending on?
I'm a 7.
Oh my gosh.
Are we going to do fun facts or are we going to sign off of this
Let's
episode?
do
Yeah, let's do a fun fact.
Does it have to be D&D related?
That's question
Or is
8.
it just the impromptu question 8?
There are still 3 of us and we have 8 questions now, but at least that 8 we drew earlier has some relevance.
Amen.
Yes.
For the 8 that we drew.
For the 8 that we drew,
Here's a random fact.
Okay, wait. Does it have to be about D&D or podcasting, or
No.
can it be just a random fact about ourselves?
Just a random
I
fact.
think it can be a random fact. Laura, did you want to share yours first since there were spoilers?
No, I want to come up with a different one.
I can
Okay.
share mine.
Laura doesn't have a player's handbook, and that should
That
be a
should
work
be a
expense.
work expense. We'll work on it.
That's not
To
how
the-
it works.
Well, at our meeting in May, we'll talk about it. The shareholders get together. My random fact that I always use whenever they do 2 truths and a lie, so hopefully I never play with any of you people, or I'm just up a creek. I have been in the past sunburnt by stage lights and by fluorescent lights. Our local game store, I've had to there's only certain sections I can sit in because the lights burn.
That's
It's
hilarious.
very true.
I'm
I don't
so
think I
sorry.
look-
She suffers to
I
play
don't,
D&D.
pretty much. And I don't really think I'm that pale, but my skin just, that's my random fact about me.
You should come down to Dragon's Lair Comics
There,
and
where,
Fantasy.
where all my fantasy
What?
dreams can come true.
Hey, I only put 2 episodes on the invoice, so you gotta pick one.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot about
was a
this bonus
freebie.
episode.
You're welcome, Dragon's Lair.
They're still cool.
That's true. They are so cool.
Laura, did you have your fun fact, or do you want...
No, please.
Cool. So sometimes I turn the light off before I unlock the bathroom door, And depending on the bathroom I'm in, I get locked in and can't figure out how the lock works. Fun fact.
Wait, why are you turning off the light? Oh, before you leave.
I don't know. It's just like the order I do things is like I turn the light off and then I try to unlock the door, which is probably not the way it should happen because then I end up locked in the bathroom pretty frequently. I don't know. I only had a little bit of time to come up with a fun fact about myself.
Go.
That's what I got, so.
Now we know. If you... Bathrooms. Renee's weakness. That's... Yep. It's your kryptonite. And that's a Superman reference. You're welcome. I'm not funny. I have a podcast.
Laura's thinking face is very intense.
It's very intense. I'm just going to talk. Like, yep.
No, yeah, I'm good with that. So, Sam, how's the weather?
Very windy, which isn't surprising because it's Lubbock. And
yeah, that kind of sounds like West Texas to me.
For those who don't know, we have haboobs. Not today. For those who didn't listen to our first episode where we went on,
we do talk about haboobs
quite a bit because it's fun to say.
It is, and also educational.
I really thought you were going to say Ed Sheeran.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here she comes.
Okay.
My fun fact about myself is I don't own a player's handbook.
Whoa! You, Laura?
That was so worth the wait.
You're all welcome. I couldn't think of anything else good.
Y'all, happy year.
Happy
year of
Happy
Fate and the
year.
Fablemaidens.
Happy first birthday.
Happy first birthday to Fate and the Fablemaidens.
Make sure you swallow your food.
And have some cake, since we love food on our podcast. Or tacos. Have some tacos. Send us pictures on Twitter. We're down with that.
We love fish
some fish
taco
tacos.
or general taco photos.
Any tacos.
Is our birthday on a Tuesday?
Oh
Or
no,
Thursday?
it's a Tuesday.
Happy
It's Taco Tuesday.
Apropos. Apropos.
That was beautiful.
I've said apropos twice in this episode.
You just said it. You said it twice in a row just now.
I know.
Did you say it a third time?
I
Or is
said
that?
beginning.
Are those the two?
No, I said
Oh,
at the
okay.
beginning of the thing. I'm learning new things. I knew that word.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm so glad to have everybody with us on this journey, and thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
We're still really good at signing off a podcast after a year of doing this. So I think let's say...
I'm gonna sneeze.
Sam